Hey guys, here I am. This is one of the buildings outside of town, outside of the Bayhorse ghost town. Now, this seems very short. I'm 6'1", and you can actually see there's a little chimney hole. Sweet. Well, this is kind of the remnants of what's around. It's really cool. Still surprising how this roof is still intact. But what's really cool is this. Just the rock, solid rock that this walls are made of. Now able to crawl through, crawl around. Wow. This is cool. Hey there, Weile here. I'm on a trip down to Stanley, Idaho, and came across a ghost town, which has been upkept for the most part. They're actually redoing that one, looks like. And this is called Bayhorse. Bayhorse Ghost Town. It's outside of Challis, Idaho. It is a great place to bring your family and walk around. Coming up to see this, seeing what is all still preserved, still what all this old mining town has, is very cool. They've got a bunch of different little pieces of equipment that is still out here, and it just, most of the buildings are still intact. Most of the time your buildings are going to be falling apart, falling down, or just full out collapsing. Now, there are a few outside of town that we found coming in. That was the house that I saw earlier. Now, this, I'm a little out of breath due to higher elevation, getting used to it, but this looks like it was Main Street. Looks like it was the main street heading up to the shack or the processing facility where they were at. This one, I think, is real cool. I don't know what it is, but this almost looks like a melting plant, maybe? Not sure. Not too sure what it is. That sure is cool. So, they keep it pretty clean. I mean, the gravel, you know, it's real easy to walk on. But there are many different little ways that you can go. And splits off, goes up to the top. Now everybody knows of the Old West. Good old outhouse. So, yeah, this place is real cool. It's in the middle of the valley, which old mining towns usually are. We'll see what else this place has to offer. So this town, from what I was reading down there in the parking lot area, is some of the history. It had, back in the 1870s, there was a miner that came up here off of the Salmon River and found some, I think it was gold. I'm terrible at short-term memory on that. But I tell you what, that view is freaking amazing. This walk really sucks. I am more out of shape, or the elevation is really getting to me. But I tell you what, this is by far the coolest ghost town I've been to. Now what I'm walking up to is the biggest building they have here. This goes up into the mine. It's still together. It's at least 3-4 stories tall. And it's amazing. So where I'm at, I'm up here by where my guess is the rail cars used to dump their stuff, bring it down the chutes, down into the big building to get processed, put on other trucks, and taken down for sorting and that stuff. What I'm kind of curious about is right here is a little road. Now this little road, I am guessing, was part of the trucks, the different vehicles that they used to come and move the ores to come up, get it processed. So there's lots of stuff that can go wrong when you're climbing up here, which do not try this at home or any other ghost town. Just be safe, know your limits on it. So what's really cool is, maybe you can see it now, is that's where everything goes in. Comes through here into there, and then gets processed down to whatever they used to do. I'm not a big historian, but this is really cool. This is what I'm going to be trying to check out. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to show you guys. I see some metal, I see some machinery. I see. That looks cool. This is amazing, guys. Not supposed to be up here, but the machinery is still just amazes me what they actually built. Of course, we have some amazing machinery nowadays. Doesn't really compare to what's been sitting for over 100 years. Now, all this stuff could fall at any moment. It's not too safe to actually be standing here. But you know what? Life without a little bit of risk is pretty boring. So let's go see what's up these stairs. Make sure that these stairs don't fall out from underneath me. And I want to see what's up there on that wall. Alright guys, I made it up the stairs. Now look at this. That chute used to throw a lot of dirt, a lot of rocks down this way. A lot of ore that came out from behind that chute right there. And when electricity became a thing, gotta watch where I step still. Here's the breaker box. Here's the switches to get this all going. Now, this is an amazing experience to do this. The fact that all this is still together, the fact that everything is, there's a lot of things still here. Still got buckets. Buckets. That is freaking amazing. Appreciate the little things. That's what you need to do. Now you got another chute right up here that goes down into this big old bucket. There you go. Now you can see. Comes out the chute here, comes down to here, and goes down to the mechanism that was down here. Now, that is a lot of cast iron. That is a lot, and that is just absolutely incredible what they did during the 1920s and what they've done to industrialize the way of mining and the way of obtaining gold, silver, that kind of stuff, lead. We're going to look around to see what else is here, but then we're going to move on down. Wow. This is amazing. Just look at the plaster on the wall. Of course, I'm guessing they're redoing this because they were working on the ceiling. They've got, I think this is a machine shop. Belts, you got, looks like more belts. And more belts. Looks like something for a mule. That's what we got in here. Oh, a little dark. Alright, I'll turn the light on for that. This is just... Look at... These are... Wow! These are ore samples. Drill samples. 371. This must be the office of... I don't know. I don't know what this was. But oh my God, this is amazing. Another big old metal door. Looks like off the hinge. Walking very carefully. There's one metal door. This is cool. Looks like I'm not the only one who thought it was a good idea. That is disrespectful. Now, you know what? That's ridiculous. That is just absolutely ridiculous to leave this here. I'm going to take it with me because this is an amazing piece of history. Look at the library. Oh my God, this is amazing. I wonder where that goes. All right, now we can see a little bit better. Jeez. Okay, what do we got here? Is this? This is the shaft. Wow. Let's try to get that. That is incredible. That is still in such good condition for what it is. Looks like they obviously don't want to go back down to the mine. That is okay. Now we got a better, can see this better. 1981, August. Wow. WS 1899. Just this is amazing. Her shelf. Look at this. Just shelves upon shelves of nothing but box whole UI. Look at that. Skylark. Umont. Look at that. That is just amazing. I mean, look at this. This is 6.2. Let's see. 180 to 190. I wonder if that's a depth. Wow. Some things have, there's even more back there. This is just, oh, yep, there it is. They sealed off. They have completely sealed off the entrance. There it is. Ram horn. Wow. So deep. If that's the depth, that is freaking, that looks pretty new, the way these are. Huh. There's stairs. Ooh, that's kind of cool looking. Ah. Yep. Let's back out of here. Got some animals that actually. What do we got here? 1981. Is that all of them? Got some mice. That's all. Ooh. Yeah. September 3rd, 1981. Wonder if... No, they couldn't have just shut it down then. Or just recently. Could they? 2,222 to 2,230. Wow. They must have dug as far as they could. Now let's see what's in this room. Now we got some light. Wow. Paperwork. Yeah. Big old sliding door. Looks almost. Or was. Wow. That is incredible. Alright, so we made it down the hill. Now, that building, I still have no idea what it was. It's probably an archive, the way it looked. Looks like they had to, looks like where the actual shaft was, or one of the inspection shafts, to figure out how deep do they need to go to find this ore. Now, some of the dates that you probably saw were 1981, September and August of 1981. And looking at the difference between this house and that one, I don't know. It's hard to say. It actually looks like a little shaft right over there. Yeah. There are buildings that are collapsed, you know, from the ones that they kept. They just used the earth to put a roof over their head. And the ones, you know, this, you don't see often. You don't usually find a two-story Western building unless it's rebuilt. Now, that could be anything. That could be anything from a bar, which, let's be honest, every miner needs a bar after a hard day's worth of work down in the earth. But then again, who knows? Who knows what it was used for? Obviously, they had kerosene at the time. Of course they did. Of course they did. But you know what? There's some power. Looks like they have some power up there. Now, that's an interesting little place behind it. Maybe a little blacksmith. I don't know. Maybe I'll go up, peek in the window, give you guys a look. Little smoker. Wow. Okay. So it looks like they obviously updated this. I mean, look at that kitchen. But still, nevertheless, really cool. So I can't say that I'm very impressed with those two. I mean, they look very cool on the outside, and they're still part of the ghost town history. And, you know, for those of you who actually don't know the definition of a ghost town, all it is an abandoned town. Basically, it dried up. You know? Now, this is what I kind of figure most of the actual buildings have done. Stone, wood, whatever they built with that was available in this valley. It's, you know, it's still amazing how some of the structures are still here. It's sad that some of the structures have fallen, but you know, this is still such a gorgeous view. I am surprised at some of the views that you can get here in central Idaho. I enjoy the simple things of what this country has to offer. You know, this wilderness is just amazing. It's amazing to be able to venture out. Ooh, groundhog. Amazing to venture out, you know, a couple hours from home and be able to see history, raw history, in the way it used to be. So I got one more building in town that I'm going to be looking at. Making my way there now. But on the other side, the sun is kind of right over there. It's, you know, evening time. We kind of got up here a little late, but this town is freaking amazing. I have seen a few other ghost towns. For driving truck, you kind of see a lot, but you never get to stop a lot of the time. A lot of the time, you don't get to stop and be able to enjoy just looking at old buildings as such. You know. It is. This is pretty cool. Hey, look, an old tractor. This is really cool. So that's the last one. That's the last one of this little tour. So this is really cool. I'll see if I can get it for you. This looks like a big old metal building that has collapsed. Oh, I will. I'll get it. That is all metal. It is big. It is bulky. And it's fallen. So, what's kind of nice, you might be able to hear it. Got a creek. An actual live creek that flows right on down this mountain. It's called Bayhorse Creek. Just like after the town. Now, I'm going up a hill. But they've got facilities here. This place is worth the drive. It's worth the drive to come up and see mostly preserved buildings. Some of them are internally preserved. Some of them are externally preserved. Some of them are externally preserved. That is a cool little piece of machinery right there. Little belt driven. Everything was belt driven. Belt driven, cable driven, rope driven. It's amazing what they were able to do back then. But this is an amazing ghost town. I am thankful that it is still here. I am very happy that I made the drive up. So guys, go ahead and hit that like button if you like this video and you want to see more of it and more of the backwoods outdoor central Idaho that most people don't get to see. Hit that subscribe button to see more videos and see where else I can end up. Let me know what you guys think of this video, and I'll see you on the next one.